Let's talk about YouTube SEO secrets. Now, this is not your usual run through of YouTube SEO step by step, because I'm assuming that you already know the basics. But what are the key things you need to know that are probably getting and going wrong, but no one else is telling you about them? And by the way, don't miss the end where I tell you something that you have to do in every video. Now, before we go any further, please subscribe to my channel to make sure that you don't miss any future videos, and ring the bell to turn on notifications so you'll know when the new videos arrive on my YouTube channel. So secret one, let's not hang around, let's get straight into it. Secret one, why are you making your video? Well, obviously it's to educate, it's to entertain, it is to inform. But who are you making your video for? Your audience? Well, yes and no. Why are you making a video? Well, actually, you're making your video because you want it to feature in YouTube, you want it to rank in YouTube, and you want it to be found in search. Remember, YouTube is a search engine, and you need to tailor your content to YouTube to give yourself the best chance of reaching your audience. So for whom are you making your content? You're making it for YouTube first and foremost, because YouTube is the middleman who stands between you and your audience, and you have to make sure you please YouTube first. And then, of course, you have to entertain, inform, and educate your audience. Secret 2, keywords before content. Now, you need to adjust the balance of your video's approach to the topic so that you optimize it for search. So when you publish it, YouTube needs to know and understand what your video is about so that it can decide who to show it to. So, this brings us to secret number 3. Short and long tail keywords matter. At first, it's going to be hard for you to rank your videos for short tail, highly competitive keywords. So you have to make sure that your video can rank for long tail keywords too, so it builds up its credibility and then eventually starts to rank for the short tail keywords as well. So let me give you an example. The keyword YouTube SEO is very competitive. It's also very frequently searched, so you want to be found for that, but of course it's very difficult with a new video. However, these are all longer tail keywords. YouTube SEO 2020, YouTube SEO tutorial, YouTube SEO tutorial 2020, YouTube SEO mistakes, YouTube SEO secrets, the name of this video, YouTube SEO basics, YouTube SEO tips, YouTube SEO course. So if you can include these longer tail keywords, as well as trying to rank for YouTube SEO, you've got a much greater chance of your video being found in search. Secret number 4, titles are critical. Now, there's a lot of debate about how best to put titles in. Some people say you should have really short titles. Some of the tools you use say you should have titles between 40 and 60 characters. YouTube gives you 100 characters. Now, if you use these bar marks or parentheses, you can include more long tail keywords. I think you should use all 100 characters to give yourself the maximum opportunity to rank, because the title is one of the strongest indicators that YouTube uses to decide where it's going to rank and how it's going to have your video found in search. So you need to front load, and this is also very important, your title with your principal keyword, in this case, YouTube SEO, so that YouTube will be able to focus on that, because YouTube gives more attention to the words at the beginning, assuming that the most important words are going to be at the front. So make sure that you have a really effective title, but remember, don't just stuff it with keywords. It has to still be readable and look natural. Secret number 5, outcompete your competitors. Now, this is also a really useful trick and tip. Search for similar videos to those you want to make by your main competitors. Now, first of all, watch their videos and find out what they're doing, and then work out how you can do better. I watched quite a number of YouTube SEO videos, worked out that people were just giving you the usual run through without actually cutting through to what's important, which is why I've made this video. Now, when you make this, make sure you're not copying their video, okay, but coming up with something genuinely original and really effective for your audience. Secret 6, length matters. Now, here's why, and there's 2 reasons. First of all, how long should you make it? Well, 8 minutes if you want a mid-roll ad, a minimum of 8 minutes. Okay, now this gives you more chance, obviously, of making more money with your monetization because you can show an ad at the beginning, an ad in the middle, and an ad at the end. Now, I would say don't make it longer than 15 minutes. Why? Because you can still get lots of impact and get a lot of information across to your audience in 15 minutes, but you also want to maximize your chances of your videos being found. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make several videos around a topic, addressing keywords around a topic, and that gives you several chances of being ranked. And of course, you can then reference those other videos in the video itself. You can include cards, and of course you can have it on the end screen at the end as well, and that way you get much more bang for your buck. Secret 7: descriptions are your business platform. Don't think of them just as something that YouTube needs to understand what's in your video. Let's go through the key components. First of all, the first 2 lines are critical because they show up in search, about 150 characters. And if you want to put something more about what your video is delivering, the key benefit, that's the place to put it. You also should have your main clickable call to action link at the top. This is where it's most likely to be seen. And if you bury it later on, you'll get fewer clicks on it. Next, you want around 6 lines of relevant keyworded video description. Make sure you use all your long tail keywords, and you share topic and category keywords, which will help YouTube as well. Now, the next piece of advice is put timestamps in. Where you've got your different parts in your video, put the timestamps in. All you need is a little bit of time and then a little description. Those timestamps, when you upload your video to YouTube, will actually go live and be clickable, but they help your audience and they also help YouTube. And of course, you've got 5,000 characters in your description. Make sure you make the most of them and use them. Here's how you can do it. Your standard sections should include a call to action. I've mentioned that. You should put questions to encourage engagement. Also tell people again in writing to subscribe to your channel. You should have a what to watch next section where you can put links to some of your other YouTube videos. Have a shop my product section. Remember, your digital business should be more than just trying to sell ads on YouTube. You should have your own products and services you can make available. Put them in this section so people see these clicks. Now, another great way of making money through YouTube is with affiliate links. So if you're using a piece of software, mention it and then put the affiliate link to it. But of course, you can also put an affiliate link to Amazon in there with some relevant items. I use most of the equipment I use for making my videos, I list in there. Don't forget, if people click on those just once and within 24 hours go and buy something on Amazon, they're cookied and you'll get credit for that sale. So it's a really, really good strategy. Make sure, of course, if you're using affiliate links, you must put in a proper disclaimer. That is legal and very important. And of course, at the bottom, put all your social links in so people can go and find you on social media, and then put some hashtags in the bottom just for good measure and completeness to give YouTube another chance to know what to and where to rank your video in search. Now, secret 8. Tag the long tail. Now, this is an important issue. Tags do have less influence than they had in the past, but you're looking for every opportunity to get every edge you can, so don't ignore tags. Of course, they must be relevant to the video, but they should include all your long tail keywords, and that's where you should put the focus. Match some of your tags from popular videos as well, so that helps YouTube to know that your video is similar to those videos, but essentially you're looking to put all your keywords and long tail keywords into your tags and make use of the full 500 characters. Secret number 9. Now, I've mentioned timestamps. It's worth going into these in a bit more detail because they're a great secret weapon. Include 6 or so timestamps in it. I might put 10 in here because I've got 10 secrets to share with you, but these create effectively chapters in your video. It makes it very easy for your audience to go and find specific parts of your video because they can just click on the timestamp and it'll jump to it. It also helps YouTube enormously to understand more about your video content and its structure. So go to the trouble of creating these, help your audience to see what's coming up and enable them to jump to what they're going to. After all, remember, we're making the video not just for YouTube, but we're also making it for our audience. Secret number 10, time your publications. Now, there's a couple of key points to remember here. First of all, when you've created a video, don't go live immediately, particularly if you're monetized. First of all, go unlisted and let YouTube go through the process of checking your video to make sure there are no problems. If there are problems, they'll tell you about it. You can go back and re-edit the video and fix it before you go live. Secondly, go into analytics and see when your audience are around, and then schedule your video to go live just before the peak time, an hour or so your subscribers will get a notification more or less at their peak time, and that'll encourage them to watch your video and you'll get more views as a result. Now, here's the bonus secret I promised you. Okay, and you should do this for absolutely every one of your videos. Be the first. What do I mean by this? First of all, be the first to watch your video through completely when it goes live. Why not? That's telling YouTube straight away it's got 100% view, and that gives it a little bump up. Don't forget, those first 2 hours of your video going live are effectively when YouTube's forming its initial impression and about the importance of your video. Secondly, be the first to like your video. Give it a thumbs up. Why not? Then leave a comment and then pin it to the top. And what I normally do is now ask a question, encouraging people to leave comments below. Which of these tips is your favorite tip? Leave the comment below. And by the way, why don't you do that? And of course, once you've pinned it to the top, respond to your own comment. Make some useful additional comment, but it shows YouTube that you've not only got a comment, but you've also gotten a reply. And these are called engagement signals, and they're really, really important to YouTube. So that's the bonus secret. Be the first. It creates initial engagement and it breaks the ice for your audience. It makes them more likely that they will add a comment to your video because they're not the first to do so. So those are my YouTube SEO secrets. 10 things you need to know. And as you appreciate it, I've kept it very direct and I haven't waffled around and wasted your time. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave comments, to share the video. As you can see, this is my extra end screen tip. Always end with some value, and this is the value, giving you a tip about how to do your end screen. Make sure you encourage subscribers and people to ring the bell. Please do this. Ask a specific question. So which tip are you going to implement first? And always include an end screen to make it easy for people to follow the next video and to subscribe to your channel. That's it. Hope you've enjoyed these SEO secrets and this extra special tip, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.